Welcome to episode 1 of The Trade-Off. This episode is about what type of psychology do you need to become successful. For those who don't know me, my name is Ryan, owner of the Forex Club, and this here is my boy
Alex from Alex FX.
And we are two traders. We trade in the foreign exchange market, indices market, and crypto market. Automated trading and swing trading from Alex as well. Combined, we have a pretty badass system that we like to use to make money. So a lot of people come to us to learn how to trade so we can give them our knowledge and allow them to use our systems and strategies. Pretty straightforward. However, not everybody can do what we do. It takes a very unique mindset.
According to research, if you believe it, only around 3% of people that try ever make money from Forex. So I guess that makes us pretty special.
Well, it makes our group pretty special because a massive percentage in our group that are making money. They've got what's called a funded trading account. They get regular withdrawals, or just from using simple tips, tricks, and knowledge that we've helped instill in them, combined with their hard work and discipline, because they want this to happen, right? We can't just hand you some kind of plate and then it's magically going to work. You do need to put in some sort of input yourself.
That's what today's podcast is going to be about. What kind of things does it take? What mindset, what kind of psychology does it take to be successful? Because if you can be successful in trading, you can be successful in anything, really, in my opinion.
Mate, success is a mindset. And what I've found, and we've both been around the block a bit, 35 years old, multiple business owner, currency trader, own a trading company which mentors people, built fully automatic trading software, been stabbed, nearly died, dad of 3.
He's been through it.
We've been around the block. We're not just talking to you guys stuff that we've learned from books and stuff that we think that you want to hear, not telling you all the typical stuff that you may see online. We're going to talk to you from real life experience, and that's invaluable. And one thing that I've truly found in my life is to become a success, you first need to become the type of person that can be successful. So you're never going to be a success if you wake up every day late for work. You know, you've seen the whole, some of you may have seen this, the whole start off with making your bed in the morning. It's not about,
it's not that simple.
Making your bed isn't going to make you successful, but if you wake up in the morning and you get up early, you make your bed, your room's nice and tidy, you have a shower, you go downstairs, you make a healthy breakfast, you get up, you're not racing to work because you're going to be late. All this stuff is attributes of a person which can be successful.
100%. And when we first started, we were not those people. Don't think that we started trading, 2015 we both started, so nearly 20 years of experience between us.
That's a lot of experience.
And I've done about, Ryan was in a little bit more organised because he'd been in more managerial roles and stuff like that when we started trading. Whereas I was someone that was just working on the tools when we decided to start making this journey. So for me and Ryan, we had slightly different mindsets when we started. However, we understand what it takes to get to where you want to go. And the first thing you have to accept really is, have to accept that you are going to be shit when you start at whatever you do. Because we've done loads of different things. We've done trading. You're
going to be rubbish to start off with.
Bodybuilding, all sorts of different things we've done over the year and together as well. And whenever you start something, you are crap. And we were talking earlier about to our kids. Kids want to be great at something straight away, right? They start and they get frustrated because they're not good. But if you're not willing to be crap at something, you're going to be good. You're not going to learn, are you?
It's not going to happen,
you're just going to give up when things get hard. So just resilience, I'd say, is the number one, the main thing.
I agree. Resilience of getting up every single day and just keep going, even if you're not making progress.
Even if you don't want to as well. I don't want to get up every day.
You have to ignore your emotions. If you want to be successful, right, you have to ignore your emotions. And some of you may be thinking, what the hell? Yes, I feel happy, someone's sad, someone's I can't be asked.
The market does not give a fuck.
Honestly, business doesn't care. Money doesn't care. Trading doesn't care. People around you that rely on you, you've got to put food on the table, you've got to pay the bills. The mortgage company does not care how you feel. Sorry, mate, can't pay my mortgage this week. I felt a bit tired, so I ain't going to have the money. Can we get another week? I'm going to have a bit of pre-workout and I get my arse in gear. No, they don't give a shit. They want their money.
I was a bit grumpy on Sunday. I didn't go to work. Do you think that you could just pay my mortgage next week? What happened?
You need to keep going regardless of how you feel. And people that work for a boss, a 9 till 5, 9 times out of 10, they do keep going to work regardless of how they feel because they've got to, because there'll be a consequence. What's the consequence if you don't keep going to your job?
You're fired.
You get fucking fired, you get the sack. But when you're working for yourself, there's no one to sack you. So it's harder, right, for you to be more disciplined when you're working for yourself because there's nobody watching you. Now, this is what creates true character because now you're doing it for you.
What can you do when no one else is forcing you to do it?
What can you do when no one else is watching?
Because that's one of the main things as well, right? Very easy when the spotlight is on you and when things are going well to keep performing. When you get into a rut with trading or life, happens in trading a lot. I see it a lot of times with people where they will get into a little bit of a losing streak. And then all sense of structure goes out the window. They start changing their trading plan. Everything that worked for the last 2 years that hasn't been working for the last 2 weeks, they disregard it. They go and join a new trading group. They start the whole process again. All you're doing is preventing yourself from looking at yourself, because it's the group's fault. It's the strategy's fault. It's the market. It's your fucking fault.
You're blaming everybody else.
It's no one else's fault. If you're doing something in that market, you're pushing the button. It's your fault. Take accountability for it. You've got to be able to be accountable.
You can only grow and only learn if you're an accountable person.
I thought you were going to say accountant then.
An accountant.
They grow quite well. They earn good money.
They
Our accountant's fucking loaded.
They do fucking earn good money, I'll tell you that.
Pay them a fucking fortune.
Yeah, exactly. Become an accountant, mate. You're made.
That's it. Podcast done. If you want to be successful, become an accountant.
A calculator. Learn to do some maths.
ChatGPT will do it for you, won't it?
ChatGPT does accounts now.
It does everything.
But ChatGPT is good, but it's not quite pinpoint 100% yet. I spend a lot of time on ChatGPT. It can do the more smaller tasks, but when it comes to the bigger tasks, you do need that bit of human and control.
At least for the next couple of years anyway. We'll be obsolete soon.
Be obsolete, mate. Honestly, it's just making a rapid growth. And that's what happens as well, by the way. When you first start something, you shit it. But that's where you make the most growth. Then when you become really good at something, that's when it's harder to get better. Then you got to start surrounding yourself with people that are at the higher level than you, because then you learn from them. So your growth from starting something brand new where you're absolutely shit rubbish, you know nothing about it, can be rapid because you're starting from complete scratch. Boom, you'll make a lot of progress quickly. When you start getting excellent at it, that's when it gets harder. That's when you need to find people. You need to start networking more and start leveraging their knowledge. That's how you keep growing. That's why groups like the Forex Club and Alex's group, AlexFX, they help people grow so quick because you're around people that have already achieved what you want to achieve.
Exactly.
It's the easiest way to get up that ladder. Surround yourself with people that have achieved what you want to achieve.
There's so many things even in history as well. People think that things aren't achievable, like running the sub 10 second 100 meters, or Mike Tyson getting knocked out. Mike Tyson did get knocked out at tons of fights, and then he fought Buster Douglas, got sparked straight out, and then after that, everyone knocked him out. Because everyone thought
it's a limiting belief.
It can be done.
But it was the same.
Everything.
Limiting belief.
But just like to say there, what Ryan was saying about the increase. You have a rapid increase, but there's a point when you learn, fuck me, I fought on you loads. You have a massive increase over the first few weeks or few months, and you think that you know everything because you've learnt so much so quickly. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. So what happens is you learn a massive growth curve, and then what happens is you quickly realise that you fucking nothing, and it drops off like this. So it's a very quick increase up, and then it drops off, and you go back to almost where you started, and then you slowly climb. That dip off after that initial success is where people quit. It's not because they can't do it. Trading, well, this is my opinion, trading is not difficult. Some of the smartest people, university educations, people that I consider to be highly intelligent people, have struggled more than people that I've taught people to trade that got no GCSEs, not that they mean anything. And it's a case of how much can you follow a plan and how much can you be motivated after that initial spike? Because it's really easy to be motivated at the beginning when you start something new, right? You start something new, start a new class.
That flame starts to diminish.
You would get it with our kids, right? If you've got kids, kid goes and starts football training. They want the new kits, all the new football boots. They want all the new stuff because it means they're going to get new stuff. And they're motivated to do it. Then, when it's pissing down and they've got to go and train in the rain with their raincoat on and they're all muddy and they get in the car and they're grumpy, it's not fun anymore. That's when long-term motivation and self-motivation comes in. Because you can be motivated by pleasing your parent, pleasing your spouse, pleasing your boss, by money, by fear.
On the sack.
Yeah, fear of getting the sack. You can be motivated by so many things. Self-discipline and self-motivation are the only one that lasts long term. Because that's what's going to carry you through on those days when you can't be fucked to do anything.
You have to keep going where other people quit.
Exactly.
That's how you become a success. Because
100%.
it's a highly competitive world out there. And for you to become great at something, you have to be better than everybody else.
Especially the world we live in now. I don't know the demographic of the kind of people that are going to listen to this podcast, but people are soft these days. Fuck me. That's how Andrew Tate now. Look like him as well, don't I?
No, the world has 100% got softer. And you do realise that where we're talking to so many people every single day, we chat to a lot of people in our group, chat to a lot of people on social media, and you get a good feel for like demographic out there. And ideally, I would say, if I could categorise people, the 30-year-olds and above are fucking like pretty resilient people.
And they know. They've done the years younger when teenagers think that it's going to last forever. It doesn't.
No.
You're going to have kids, you're going to get a promotion, you're going to get married, and you're going to know that you've got less and less time as you get older. Your spare time becomes less and less and less, right? So if you can't make time to make yourself a success between 16 and 21, fucking forget it, all right? As the years go on, it's going to become harder. And I get people coming to me all the time, they, mate, I really wanted to do this, and they've been fucking around for years and years and years, not taking it seriously, making very slow progress. And then they have kids, right? This happens all the time. And they want to spend more time with their kids. So they want to trade. They want to take trading more seriously.
And now they think, shit, I should have.
Yeah, they go, but I haven't got enough time. So now they need to start making difficult decisions. Right, I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm not going to do this because the short-term satisfaction of doing this...
Sacrifices have to be made.
You have to be sacrificed that to get to the long-term goal. Or you're just going to stay where you are forever.
It's the same as when we're at school. Like when you're at school, you're like, fuck, I've got to go to school again today. School's so shit and all this, right?
I wish I go back to school now.
Yeah, look, you're going to a place every single day with all your mates all day. It's fucking brilliant.
Free food as well. Well, I was poor as fuck when I was a kid, so I definitely got free food.
You got the meal ticket.
Yeah, the meal ticket, I did.
Then you leave school, you go and get a job with a bunch of fucking geezers you don't even know. Half of them are fucking pricks, right? And now you're on a building site, was at the start, and everyone's all bantering that, taking a piss at you or whatever it is, because you're the youngest one there. That's what happened, right? And you think, fucking hell, how good was school? You don't realise what you had until it's gone. So make the most of every single day, because when I'm 70, I'll look back and wish I was 35 again. Like,
I'm by time.
I wish I was 35 again. That's what you got to think about. But also, never think you're too old, because my dad, right, is 66. He's 31 years older than me. I needed to live my entire life again to be my dad's age, and he's still bouncing around. He's still going on fucking holidays. He's loving life. 66. It's a dream. So I've also got to live a whole 31 years to be my dad's age, which is fucking crazy when you think about it. So we're still young in our 30s. So don't use that excuse either. Oh, I think I'm a bit too old to start now. I should have done that when in my 20s. No, you can be 3 years older with a new skill or without one. It's up to you. So if even if you're 40 now, right, you can be 45, exactly the same position as what you are now. Or you could be 45, be a currency trader. You could have 500 grand in funded trading accounts, earning an extra 10, 15, 20 grand a month. It's up to you. Never too old. When you're 45, you go, shit, why didn't I start that when I was 40 when I said I was going to?
And trust me, for those youngsters out there listening to this, everything gets harder as you get older. Moving around in a sofa, as you can see, I'm broken. I'm a broken man.
No, things mainly get more difficult, I would say, because of the time restraints. You're saying you've become a family man. You've got bills to pay now. You've got to work full time. When you're living at home with your mum and dad, no kids, no wife, mate, that is the best time to be taking risks. But what's going to happen?
100%.
Mum, dad, I tried this thing. It didn't work out. No worries, son. Dinner's on the table at 5. It's the best time ever, because literally you're not doing no food shopping.
Got no risk.
Your mum and dad have got your back. Yeah, you just got to fucking go for shit. Because there's a lot of people out there that are moaning about the results they didn't get from the work that they didn't do.
And then they're looking at other people. And they always say, oh, it's all right for you, or I get that all the time.
The blame game.
It's all right for you, or you landed on your feet. That's when I get. No. Fucking landed on my feet. I fell out the tree and hit my head all the way down. Yeah. I was fucked.
You failed more times than you've even tried.
That's it.
And that's the truth of it. You've got to be willing to fail. Mate.
You've got to be willing to look like an idiot. Can't look like an idiot at something. You're never going to be good at it, ever.
And I don't give a shit, because I'd rather look at like an idiot trying and not try at all. Simple as that. And that is the straight fact.
100%.
Every time I failed, that has actually pushed me to the next level. Funnily enough, I thought, fucking hell, I've probably failed bad at that. But then that triggered me to take the step in this direction now, which then moved me on to the next path. Yeah. So a successful person has to be willing to fail. Failure is not final. The only guarantee that it's not going to happen if you completely quit. If you keep going, it's going to happen, innit? Yeah. You just got to keep going. You've got to be a relentless fucking beast. Fail, don't care, next, let's go. Yeah. Don't let that failure go, oh my God, I'm so shit.
It's like sales.
Why always me? Fuck that mindset.
It's like sales. If you think about people that are salespeople, whether it be door-to-door sales, I don't know, you're allowed to fucking do that anymore, or call centers, right? There's a couple of people there, and everyone looks at them and they go, oh my God, they absolutely clean up every month. Why? Because they do not give a fuck about having a door slammed in their face or a phone put down. They just pick a straight applicant, next number or next door, and they keep going. It is a volume game, right? When you're looking for success, if you try something, the door gets slammed in your face or you fail miserably, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, on to the next one. You've got to be relentless. And the problem is, too many people have the mindset of, oh, that was difficult. Oh, I'll take a little break before I put myself out there again. And then that little break of having a month off turns into 6 months. And then it turns into them having kids.
And now they're trying something new.
They're trying something different.
Then I go through that cycle all again. Yeah. I call it the perpetual circle of doom.
Just beginner at everything. Master of absolutely fuck all.
Going around on this hamster wheel. They're never really getting anywhere because they keep trying different things. That didn't work for me, so I'm going to try this. I'd say most people quit within 3 to 6 months.
100%.
Right? But if you can break through that stage and really give something a good go, you'd actually see proper progress at around about 2 years, most probably. I'm talking like when you're starting a business in any niche. I'm not going too specific here, talking about like trading, or if you want to start a kitchen.
Just in anything in general.
Start a business like a kitchen fitter or whatever. Anything in general, I'd say when you get to a 2 year stage, you're really starting to fucking take off now. But you just got to get through that beginner stages, because you could do 10 3 to 6 month cycles of trying 10 different things.
The same thing over and over again.
And you'll nowhere better off than when you're on day one. You've got a little bit of experience in 10 different things. Why do you want a little bit of experience in 10 different things? I want a buttload of experience. I want to be the best in my field.
At one thing.
I want to smash it.
I remember what the stats were, but there's a thing that shows that if you do 2 hours a week, 2 hours a week of one task in one field, after 1 or 2 years, I can't remember what it was, 1 or 2 years, you will be in the top, however many, 5% of people in that skill. I can't remember what the exact numbers are.
I see a similar stat, and it was to do with, it's more knowledge based. So if you read 10 pages of book a night
about a certain topic
for a year, you'll be like in the top 10% of people that know something about that topic. Yeah. And books are great, right? Books are great.
Unless there's certain people, I wouldn't read their fucking books.
Certain
trading books are a bit suspect. People bang on about them. The people that recommend certain books in trading, that's a red flag straight away, because you've never fucking traded in their life.
Yeah, you can tell straight away.
Anyone that recommends Mark Douglas Trade in the Zone.
Look, it's an alright book, but I don't think Mark Douglas was even a trader.
No, and not just that, it's a great book
traders.
If you want to go to sleep.
How do you coach someone if you've never done it yourself? That's what I think.
And not just that, trading psychology is, like we said, it's not one size fits all. I do calls with people on a one-to-one basis all the time. And the whole point of being a mentor is that you can be bespoke and you can maneuver an individual, not as a number in a group, an individual and their personality traits, their psychology, their pitfalls, their strengths, their weaknesses, to an end goal, right? You're not just if you're a football manager, you don't just go in and go, right, everybody all getting treated the same. This is why the top guys, the top people in any profession, they understand how to get different people to tick. Everyone's different, right? Versatile.
That comes from experience.
Yeah. So Steve Jobs, he said he knew that he wasn't the best at what he did. So what he did is he got other people in that were good at what they did, and then he micromanaged them. He got the best out of those people, and that's what grew Apple, right? So it's like the same with being a trader mentor or a football manager. You can't treat everyone with a cookie cutter approach. So the only real way to understand psychology, there's two ways. Get stuck in and be 100% truthful with yourself, right? So that you can say, okay, sell here, but I suck here. And then you work on your weaknesses. Or you get a mentor that'll be brutally honest with you. And I am brutally honest, as Ron knows. We've been friends for nearly 20 years. And I'd say exactly how it is. It doesn't always go down very well with everyone. But if someone comes to me and they haven't done their homework that I set them a week ago, I'll fucking rip a new one.
Yeah, you'll be a trader, but you can't do your homework.
I gave you one fucking task and you couldn't do it.
And then the excuses come.
Yeah, I want excuses.
Your want to be successful has to be bigger than the excuses.
100%.
Simple as that. If you really want to be a success, you become more organised. So the excuses move out the way.
Yeah.
I had to do this that day, but you knew you had to do that. That was already booked in. That's a weekly thing you do every single week.
Yeah.
Kids, you take them to this kids club every single week, don't you?
Fit it around it.
Work around it. Be organised. Successful people have to be organised. Successful people didn't get there by accident. They're very deliberate. You never read a book on
accidentally became a billionaire.
Yeah, or somebody accidentally rolled uphill. It doesn't happen.
No.
All right. To be able to become a success, you have to be very deliberate about what you're doing every single day. You have to be very deliberate about planning forward
100%.
and not making excuses. And if you've got a mentor and that mentor's saying to you, right, do X, Y, and Z, the step that you're at now, I achieved that 5 years ago. I know exactly how I'm going to get you from there to there. You need to do what they say and show that you're willing to do what they say. And then you're going to see progress. If you're someone which can't follow instructions very well, then you're in trouble your whole life. Because even if you go and get a job, you're going to be following instructions.
Sometimes it feels a bit like being Morpheus. Matrix. You know, I'll show you the path, but you've got to
walk it. Yeah.
I'll give someone all of the steps that they've got to do. But if you're not willing to do it, and you can't do it, if you don't have the determination, consistency, or the drive, or the mental strength, or motivation, those key things to do it, you're not going to do it. Right?
And you might not have them now, but you can forge that mindset.
That's not me digging someone out. I didn't have any of those when I started.
The only way to forge that mindset is by fucking just taking a leap, getting stuck in, and trying stuff and failing. You're only going to forge that bulletproof mindset by trying things, and if some things ain't going to work out, then you try again. And that's how you build it up. If you're too scared, oh no, I don't want to try that again. I lost a little bit of money. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
There's people out there that have lost millions and made it back and more.
Yeah.
Made it back and more. I've lost loads of money in the past. Alex has as well. Why? Because we weren't scared to try.
Exactly.
Don't let money put you off. Oh, yeah, this, what about that? I'm not saying throw your last penny to something because that'd be fucking stupid. Right? You have to take educated risks, right? I can afford...
This is not financial advice.
...to take this risk. I can afford to take this risk about absolutely buckling me and my family, and we're not about to pay our mortgage, rent and bills.
Yeah, of course.
And not about to put food on the table. That'd be a stupid risk, right? You have to use common sense. You need to think about things. And the best way that I think about things when I'm trying to level up all the time, level up my trading, level up my life, level up my business, is I just take a bit of time to myself. I think, right, what do I need to do? And I actually think about every single move, like a game of chess. And I think about the consequences of every single move. Right, if I do that though, then what's going to happen there? Okay, what's going to happen there? No, that's not going to work. Right, now go this way. And I'm always mapping it out all the time.
Yeah.
The only way you can make progress, you've got to be deliberate. If you're not deliberate and you're just kind of around in life every single day, I've said this quote on so many other podcasts, right? Heard this on YouTube years ago. As you know, I used to listen to a lot of YouTube motivational stuff back in the day.
Yeah, I used to come, we had an office together for 4 or 5 years, right?
Yeah, good times.
I'd come in the morning after sleep with a monster usually, and I'd be sitting there, fucking Eric Thomas or Arnold Schwarzenegger blasting full blast. I'm like, fucking hell, it's too early for this, right?
I learned some great quotes, and one of them that stuck with me is, a ship would never set sail from the dock
without knowing where it's going.
Because what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Massive ocean out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Drift around, eventually run out of fuel, and now that's it. It's just drifting around.
Yeah.
Cool. And that's what a lot of people look in life. You have to know exactly where you're leaving from and where you're going.
And what steps are going to get you there.
How you're going to get there.
That's it. That's the most important thing.
That's how you become a fucking winner. And you listen to this podcast because you most probably want to be a winner in life.
Well,
and anyone can be. It is a mindset thing. So to recap, biggest takeaway to become a success. You first have to become the type of person that can be a success.
Yes.
And that shows and will radiate through everyday life. 2, emotions. Don't give a fuck if you don't feel like it today.
Control them. You have to be stronger than your feelings. That's it. You have to be.
Do you know how many times I wake up in the morning, right, my alarm goes off at 4:45 a.m. I can get up at 10 o'clock in the morning if I want to. I can get up at midday. It doesn't matter. I work for myself. I can do what I want. But I choose to get up at that time because that teaches me discipline every single day. I have to get up. Do you know how many times I wake up and think, oh, I cannot be fucked to get up.
Especially in the winter.
Yeah, it's going to sack me if I don't get up. Nothing's going to happen to me. It's just me not letting myself down. Yeah. Get up, boom, and I'll do it. I drag my ass out of bed.
Something else happens when you become a father as well, or like dad, is that you got little eyes watching you. You got other people watching you. You got to set an example to them.
Set a good example.
You got to show them that it's not, you don't feel like it today. I don't care. Get up, get your foot boots on, we go. No. That's it. Doesn't matter if you feel like it. Doesn't matter. We got to do things that we don't want to do.
Yeah, I know a lot of parents, not directly in my friendship circle, but as soon as their kid says, "Oh, I don't really feel like going to football," they go, "Yeah, we're not going." Yeah. The parent can't be asked to go.
Yeah, they're lazy.
What sort of kid do you reckon that they're going to turn out to be?
Quitter.
As they grow up, a quitter, yeah. So, all right, that's fine, we won't go today. Because what does their parent want to do? Sit down and watch fucking Netflix.
I think it was Michael Jordan that said it, right? And this is, people say motivational quotes all the time, and they get quoted, and half the people don't fucking believe it. They just use it as an Instagram quote with a picture of a lion or whatever the fuck they put on there. But one of the things is, never quit, right? Once you quit, it becomes a habit.
That's true.
So true.
Yeah, took that little chunk of...
Once you told yourself it's okay to quit, it becomes a habit, right?
Game over.
I don't let my kids quit anything. I let them just make a decision that they don't want to do something, but it has to be an educated decision. If they have a bad day, one of their clubs or one of their things that they do, they have a bad experience and they tell me they want to quit, I say, no, you're not quitting. No. You're not going to quit because you had a bad day. If you want to quit, if you do this and you have a great game and you do really well and then you get in the car and you go, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, that's absolutely fine. Because you're quitting from a place of,
this no longer serves me anymore.
It no longer serves me anymore. I don't enjoy it. Even though I played well, even though I did this, I don't get satisfaction from it. Fine, I'm going to move on to something else. But what you're not going to do is, oh, it got hard today, I'm going to quit. Fuck me. If everyone quit when something got hard, we'd have no TV, we'd have no cars, we'd have no internet, we'd have no medicine.
Nothing. Literally have nothing.
You've got to keep going when it's hard. You've got to be resilient.
And I've actually got a very similar story to that and a true story. So my kids... I'd say up until about a year ago, done lots of different kids clubs. Every night I take them to a kids club. It's relentless because I'm here now on this earth to serve my children. As a dad, I accept that, right? So that makes me very unselfish. And if they want something, like, yeah, let's go, let's do it. I'm like, oh, but I wanted to do this. I wanted to watch this film or some bullshit like that. No, I'm here to serve you. I'm here to help you, right? And I try to do that in the most correct way that I believe possible. Now, up to about a year ago, they'd done all different clubs because they wanted to try different things. I thought, that's good. See what you're good at, what you're not good at. So anyway, they kept going to karate, right? And they quite liked karate. And sometimes they didn't want to go, but as always, we're going anyway. So we kept going karate for a long time, nearly 2 years. And up until only this year, I said, boys, I think it's time that we say bye to karate and we focus more on your football because you're very good at football, and Cruz, we can start doing coding lessons for you because you're very good with computers. I goes, but Daddy, that means we've quit. We're quitting karate. And I was like, yes. So every time I tried to deal with them, it worked. They knew. It was like, but we're not quitters. We don't want to quit. I was like, we're not quitting karate. We need to look at that now and think, how is it serving you? You go to karate, it's not making you any more fit than what you already are because you're still in one spot, just doing this sort of shit, right? You're already disciplined now. So karate is no longer serving you in that realm. It was at the start because it's taught you discipline to be quiet in a group, etc. 3, there's no real teamwork in karate like football. There's teamwork, right? Great thing about football, teach the kids banter. Yeah. Teach work in a team. She said, what happens if you don't serve the team, right? The whole team fails, right? It breaks down. That's what I like about
Only as good as everyone else.
You're only as good as everyone else in your team. So I said, so therefore we're going to leave Cray. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense, Daddy. Now, Grayson, who's great at football, he focuses more on his football. He gets an extra football lesson a week. Cruz gets an extra coding lesson a week. And they're fucking loving that because that's their strengths.
Yeah.
Part of that story is, it was time to leave that because it was no longer serving them as children. We have to move on from it. And you know it's the right time, or you know it's quitting something just because it's got a heart.
Yeah.
And that's when you're being a fucking pussy.
And I think that two different people also, and it's the same with kids, like my kids, two different people have different lessons from the same experience, depending on what person they are. Me and Ryan, the same thing will happen to both of us, and we take different things away from it. Different positives, different negatives, because we're different people and we have a different outlook. And likewise, we need different things. As people, we are essentially human beings made up of different personality traits, different strengths, different weaknesses, and Ryan that I haven't got. There's certain skills that he may learn from something and take away. My eldest son played football. He was great at football. He didn't enjoy it. So he came to me one day and said, Dad, I don't enjoy playing football anymore. I want to just focus on kickboxing, which is great. We went to kickboxing and they both go to kickboxing. Now, this is where two different people can take different things away. My youngest is an absolute raving lunatic, right? I put him in kickboxing so that he becomes a bit more disciplined and he learns how to channel that because he is mental. Whereas my eldest is quiet, quite reserved, like an introvert, and he doesn't like stepping outside his comfort zone. Well, with kickboxing, you're forced to essentially be an individual there and then against other people, one-on-one, where you put yourself against that. And I've seen things happen to him which are really, really important, which you only get from putting yourself outside of your comfort zone. But he made that choice. I want to go and do this because I enjoy doing that, even though I know it's going to be difficult. And that made me really proud.
Yeah.
But it's so easy for kids to go.
I like that.
So easy for kids to go, oh, yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. You got to do things that you're not comfortable with. And that's what makes success, I think. Because me and Ryan were in exactly the same position for different reasons. When we started trading, I was running the groundworks company and I was working somewhere else, doing the same thing, but for someone else. Ryan got stabbed. So obviously, if you haven't heard that, there's you've heard it before.
Yeah, on YouTube.
I'm sure we'll talk about it on the podcast. He got stabbed and he was in a position where he could no longer run his business anymore for a long time. And he's focusing on a little bit on trading, a little bit on drop shipping, trying to find his niche. And suddenly he was in a position where I can't run my business anymore. I'm fucked. So it was either go and find a job working for someone else, which meant going back and having a boss and getting into that lifestyle again and being stuck.
Not going to happen.
Or go all in on one of these things. And he did. He decided between drop shipping and Forex. He went with Forex. Me, I was working. My then partner, she's my wife now, she got really, really sick. And I had the option to either kind of my job and care for her or find a job that meant I could work evenings and have someone come in and look after her, at night and care for her while she was not very well. And I got kind of a position where they made that choice for me and they got rid of me. And it was literally within about 4 months of each other. So we kind of at the same crossroads in our lives at the same time.
We're trading.
After being friends for a long time anyway, which was kind of a really surreal thing. And we went, fuck it. Let's just burn the boats and just go for it. And we did. And that was it. To work. We had no other option for it not to work. We didn't.
Had to work. Forwards only.
Yeah. And there was days, and we were like, Fabi, I don't get this. This is too hard.
Losing money.
Hand over fist, trying to find things to work.
Chasing the market.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I look back at some of the shit we used to do, I think, fucking hell.
Yeah, I know. Mental. But that's the thing, you've got to be resilient. I think that's one of the main things to take away. Be a little weak-ass bitch. No. It's just in general, right? Just don't.
Can't. Otherwise, you a life which weak-ass bitches get.
Yeah.
A mediocre life with average stories to tell, with average experience. And it's fucking boring. Do you want to be boring? I fucking don't. I want a good life.
Yeah, life.
And if you want that, you've got to go out and get it.
Exactly.
So that concludes the first episode of the Trade-Off Podcast. Hope this has inspired you and installed a bit more of knowledge of what it takes to become a success and the mindset that you need to be a successful person.
Hopefully we haven't offended too many people. If we have, sorry.
See you on the next one.
Yeah, next week.